Hey, this is Brian Gibbons, and I'm talking about tips for home sellers, but it's from the agent's perspective. Now, you people know me as the lease to own secrets guy. Now, this is from Trulia, okay? And there are four buyers' incentives to sell homes. When you find your home struggling to compete against similar listings, selling can become or seem difficult at best or impossible at worst. You've cleaned, you've staged, you've upped the curb appeal and lowered the price. So what else is a seller to do? Offer incentives. Outlandish incentives make headlines, but basic incentives that fill real buyer needs have the most power to get your home sold. Here are four you should consider offering you to sell. Now, they're bribes. That's exactly what they are. So here's the first one, interest rate buy down. When a seller offers to pay points, it means that they will award the buyer a certain number of percentage points of the sales price, which in turn will be paid to the buyer's lender as discount points that bring the interest rate down. This decreases the pressure buyers feel to guess that what is the best day to lock in their interest rate, and sends the message that if they buy your home, they're automatically going to beat the market rate. Now the seller paid rate buy downs also save buyers money on their monthly payments over the lifetime of their loan. Plus the points are usually tax deductible to the buyer the next time they file taxes. Now, is that a good deal for the seller? That's a bribe. Okay, that's exactly what it is. So let's take a look at the next one. Closing cost credit. Many buyers try to break into the market. They're already scraping the bottom of their savings barrel to come up with a down payment. On top of that, they have to come up with anywhere from 3 to 6% of the loan amount in cash to cover closing costs. But some smart sellers will pay a credit of 3, 4, or 5, or even 6% of the home sale price at closing to defray the buyer's closing costs. Now, wait a minute. If the agent is getting 6% and you're giving away 6%, you just lost 12% of your house. So what if it's a great financial help to buyers? You know, is it helping the seller? Now your agent can run the numbers, dictate how much you can afford to offer, and plan to market the perk to prospective buyers. All right, let's go after the next one. HOA, which stands for Homeowners Association Dues Credit. If your home is part of a homeowners association, you're likely to have a monthly or annual dues. It's also likely, whoops, that you can recall buying that home and being overwhelmed at the prospect of yet another bill or expense. To overcome this buyer's concern about another regular expense and differentiate your unit from other units for sale in your complex, you can offer a credit at closing that covers the HOA dues for 6 months, a year, or even longer. Talk to your agent about how to do this strategically in a way that will offer maximum lure of buyers, but won't conflict with any seller credit guidelines imposed by the lender of the buyer. Another bribe, HOA. Now, here's the last one. Agents love this one. Real estate agent broker incentives. Savvy sellers who can't afford to give buyers a portion of the sales proceeds toward closing or other costs take a different route. They offer to pay a bonus percentage point or more in incentives to the buyer's broker or agent on top of the commission rather than to the buyer themselves. Over 90% of buyers today are represented by a broker who may have to sort through hundreds of similar listings to decide which ones to show their client. So here's the bribe. You ready? Offering a broker's incentive might just get you your property on a short list of open houses to visit. And while it's not a buyer's incentive, technically speaking, it may boost the number of buyers that come to view your home, in turn boosting your home's likelihood of getting an offer. And this is all from Trulia. Now, you know, if you're a seller and you bought at the top of the market, you can't afford to do any of this stuff. That's why lease to own works. I want to show you what are agents doing to try to close sales? And they're basically asking the home sellers to give up more equity in these 4 buyer incentives that sell homes. They're giving up equity. So what I want to do is to just help you, okay, to find a way to look at all the options. This is one of the problems in this market. One of the problems in this market is agents just don't offer seller financing to the seller if they have no equity. Because in this buyer's market, if they have no equity, they're stuck. Okay. Thanks a lot for listening. This is Brian Gibbons with LeaseToWnSecrets.com, helping sellers and buyers get a really good deal. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.